I mean, I'm interested in a kind of a relationship between motion and stasis and finished, balanced composition and chaos. The show actually starts out here, you can see, on the building. That's one part of work or an installation called log or a freezer. Coming into the space here, it's a little surprising. You open the door and you're faced right away with a lot of color and line and shapes that kind of contradict the lines of the architecture and make things feel a little less stable. You can see there's a rope up here. So the rope is attached to the log outside, comes through the space here, and then we'll see it again on the other side of this wall. And this is a street lamp that we were fortunate to source with the help of the Parks District. You'll see it again upstairs. This work continues and embraces this wall that's part of the gallery. Again, you see the rope coming out of a freezer that's on this side of the wall. And you can use the platform if you wish. The installation is kind of destabilizing. There's a kind of, I think, pleasant, chaotic quality. You feel a little rumpled as you move through. And then it moves into the rest of the show, which includes some work from the studio. You come through and there's a feeling of conventional art display with the two sculptures installed. And that's calm and elegant and as one expects in a gallery. So this was made from a small drawing that was blown up, and then it was cut with a machine to mimic and match the calligraphic kind of shapes. My thinking here is that these are 4x8 sections of wall that are held together with this hardware. And then the wall is supported by the hardware. So on this side, the wall and its hardware is the work. On the other side, the wall hardware functions to make a wall, a standard white wall against which the work from the studio is installed. You move through into here and there's a kind of startled quality of like, well, is the show really finished? There's like a car and there's a bunch of hardware, metal things crashing around a little. So there's a feeling of instability, like, oh, I thought I was in an art gallery, but, did something happen? They are pieces that I started making models for, and the models were made out of paper and things off the shelf from Home Depot. So this is a kind of blown up version of a copper strip that's used for plumbing, and this part here is a blown up version of a register cover for a heating vent on the floor. They don't stand alone. They tether to something else. And the something else could be the choosing of someone else. I mean, I've chosen the piano, the car, and the desk, but it could be a couch, a refrigerator. The point is they really can't stand up alone. This work is also functioning as a pedestal for the work of Tony Tassett. This is his cast styrofoam cup. I think it's actually metal. So I made these small models about this big and shared them with a metal worker. And Taylor was concerned from a practical point of view that the works might be dangerous, that they don't stand up by themselves. So I put these tags on the piece that say, "Take note, this structure will not stand on its own," which is literally true, but also true of its, of what the work is about. And then down at the back of the show, this is a little piece of the log or freezer work, kind of poking up through here with a bathtub, some paint, and the top half of the street lamp. So there is a whole experience that the show proposes that's quite intentional, related to that experience. There's a dependence that I'm interested in looking at. In the case of the installation, the work is dependent on the particular quality of the architecture and being stuck to the wall and the quality of light that's here. And in the case of these pieces, They are mobile. They can move. People can buy them. They can be in lots of different places. They are also proposed as modular, so that if you had more than one of them, the parts can be mixed and matched. These pieces exist kind of in an interstitial space between other things, and that's why the show is called DoorHinges, which also exist in an interstitial space.